All right, so watched a rather interesting documentary last night on Prime. It is This is the Tom Green documentary. Now, a couple things about this. First, I am not, nor was I ever, a huge Tom Green fan. And what's so funny is my daughter, who's in Nashville, she messaged me last week and said she got tickets to see Tom Green. And I'm like, oh my God, what happened to that guy? So she actually got to see him when he was in Nashville this past weekend at his live event. But obviously, he's promoting this documentary film, I assume. But the doc is interesting because it takes you through sort of how he really got started. And you don't really realize that, yes, he's so silly and over the top and the insanity of what he was doing. But really, the hard work that went into what he did and what he was able to accomplish by doing all of that hard work. And when I mean hard work, this guy was working his ass off nonstop to get to where he was. It was not handed to him. It didn't happen overnight. And that is what really kind of grabbed me in this whole entire documentary experience. Now, Tom Green did direct this documentary film, but I was actually shocked that he did talk about some things that weren't pleasant to probably talk about. Drew Barrymore and his relationship with her was one of them. And that was kind of interesting to hear him speak about that. Now, it also goes into how Tom Green, the show was not canceled. He actually walked away, which I did not know that. I honestly thought that the show got canceled. It did not. He walked away from it. And then that's when they picked up Jackass. And let's be honest, there would be no Jackass if there was no Tom Green. I mean, they literally stole pretty much the program itself and what it looked like. Was there other elements to it? Of course, but I'm just saying there would not be a Jackass if there was no Tom Green show. Again, I was not a fan. I don't know. When that was going on, my life was just looked so much different, and I wasn't really watching those sorts of shows on television. I never really understood the appeal, but the documentary is rather interesting. A lot of footage of him. I'm not going to say that there was any real wow factors in this documentary. It's really just showing you who he is, who he was within the show. He connects with a lot of the old partners that he had with the show. That was sort of interesting. It's definitely worth a watch. It's on Prime now. I'm not going to give it a rating because it's not one of those. It's just entertaining. Go check it out, especially if you're a fan of the Tom Green show or that sort of MTV era as well. And also just a guy that really freaking busted his ass, even as weird as the shit that he was doing. It just really, it kind of inspired me a little bit that, hard work can pay off. And even as, you think your ideas or what you want to do is kind of insane, he really busted his ass in cultivating what he was able to do. So check it out now. It's on Prime.